Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this very special online pub quiz, especially for the good people of Veeam. It's wonderful to be back here once again. My name, if you haven't been with us before, is Mark. I will be your quizmaster as we take you through 30 fun-filled questions, 15 of which will be on Veeam and 15 of which will be on Halloween, because tomorrow is the big night itself. And of course, with the various rules in various countries at the moment, things are a little bit difficult to go out and enjoy ourselves. So we're going to have some online fun today instead. So hopefully you have worked out how to play. First and foremost, you will want to put me on your laptop or your computer or on your TV screens on YouTube, and then you need to make sure that you have a handset such as a smartphone or a tablet or a laptop or PC, and you need to go to myquiz.org, as you can see below, and enter the code 579888. I can see that we've already got lots of players logging in, which is good. But in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we will get more and more of you joining. So the game is very simple to play. You will play along using your handset or laptop, and let's explain the full game rules. So, as you can see, if you get a question right when we play along, you'll get a big fat 100 points. If you get something wrong, it will be a simple 0. We give you 15 seconds to answer, which goes by quite quickly when you're under pressure. We have to warn you, and there will be 30 seconds in between each question so that you can join in with the live chat, the live feed, and gives me a bit of time to have a look and see who the relevant leaders are at any given point. Now, here's the good news. We give a 50-point speed bonus to every single player if they answer nice and quick. So on every single question, depending on how quickly you answer, you will get up to 50 points, and that can be won by every single player. So if every single one of you get a particular question right, you'll all score some bonus points, but you will get more if you answer quickly. Some questions have multiple correct answers. If you get all of them right, we will give you 100 points plus some bonuses, and if you get just one or two of them right, they will be worth 20 points each. So on those questions, it will be 20, 40 or 100, and then some bonus points as well. And as I say, that 30-second gap is there in order for you to be able to chat on the live chat. Let's come back. And here is the live chat over here. Now, as you can see, at the moment, we've got just Victor saying hello and commenting that there was 1 minute to go, but there's no minutes to go. I am here now. So you should be able to see the live chat on YouTube, and it makes this whole quiz a whole lot more fun if, like Stephen there, you join in with the chat. You can say whatever you like, keep it clean, of course, and you can ask me questions about the trivia that we're going to be putting to you. You can comment on your scores. You can whine about how badly you're doing. You can show off about how well you're doing. You can do whatever you like, and I will give you a shout out as well. So we had Victor and Stephen, and good afternoon to Morris and Joris as well, who are joining us. Nice to have you here. We've got 12 players logging in now. I'm told there will be between 15 and 20, so we are expecting a few more of you to join in. So do stay on the live chat and play along with us. It's nice for me because I am essentially just looking at myself at the moment in the studio. It's nice for me to know that you're out there and to be able to interact with you. Let's talk prizes. So look at this. These are the prizes that are up for grabs today. Now, I tell you what, this isn't too bad at all, is it? Thank you to the good people at Veeam. We will give the winner, the overall winner, a Nintendo Switch. What a great prize, especially as we head towards Christmas. That'll be great fun, especially if, you know, the fear is we end up in another lockdown. That would be a perfect time to win a Nintendo Switch, wouldn't it? Well, if you are our overall winner tonight, that will be your prize. Second place, we'll get a Kobo Clara HD e-reader. Again, a really, really lovely prize. All of these prizes are great, with third place bagging a Google Nest Mini. If you don't know what a Google Nest Mini is, you can see one on the screen there. So our top 3 players will win a great prize. And we will have another bonus prize for you as well. And this prize is going to be a bit of a secret until the end of the quiz. So on question number 12, if you are the fastest person to answer the question correctly, you will win a premium bottle of vodka, courtesy of Veeam. Now, we should also give a big shout out to today's sponsors, because we would not be holding this quiz without them, and you can see them just over here. So thank you to Insight, Kopica, Tech Data, and Arrow, all of whom have contributed to making this quiz possible, and we thank you so much for doing so. So we have lots of prizes to give away then. We have lots of rules to follow. And we have lots of players that are tagging in as well. Bert, hello to you. Good luck, and you have fun as well. Again, if anybody is watching this stream, it is good for you to join in with the chat and just let me know that you are there. And do that throughout the quiz. We do give you a nice long 30 seconds in order to join in. Cohen, hello to you. As I say, question number 12, we will analyse the data. That made it sound very grand, didn't it? We'll analyse the data of the fastest player on question number 12, and we will reveal that winner at the end. So something to play for, almost in the centre of the quiz there. Question number 12. I can tell you it will be a Veeam-related question, and when we reach it, be the fastest person, you're guaranteed a prize there and then. Off Limits agreeing with you. I think the prizes are absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'd like to be able to join in myself and snag some of these prizes, but of course I can't. Michael, good luck to you as well. Do have a good quiz. So let's give you one more reminder that you need to go to www.myquiz.org and enter the code 579888. Now, Raf, hello to you. Thank you for your best wishes. Good luck to you as well, my friend. Now, Victor, I know you are watching. I would like you to give me the nod in the feed, if you were, to let me know when you are happy for the quiz to start. We've gone over the rules. We've gone over the prizes. It will be very nice to go on to the game. What we will do is head over to our game screen to get ready. But Victor, just give me the shout. I can let you know that 13 users are in. 11 of them are active. So we're getting there. We're roughly there. Whenever you're ready, we will get started. Let's go over to our game screen. And this will be the game screen that will take us through to the end of the quiz. So down below, you will also see the questions that are appearing on your handsets, but we'll have them there. And that screen below me will also display the top 3 players at any given point. So see if you can get your name onto the leaderboard. I'll be reading out the top 5 after every question as well, just to give you an idea of how well you're doing. 30 seconds. Okay, Victor, no problem at all. We've got a couple more people signing in, which is good. I've tried to be a little bit festive with Halloween, as it were. I've gone for my Shining t-shirt because I am a big fan of the movie. Wonderful film, The Shining. Will there be a question on The Shining in this quiz? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Some of the Halloween questions, lots of them actually related to scary movies, but we have got 1 or 2 that are genuine, proper Halloween tradition-style questions in there as well. The questions will alternate. There will be a Veeam question and then a Halloween question, Veeam question, Halloween question, all the way through to the end. I think we have a Halloween question to start you off, and then it's a Veeam, and then a Halloween, and so on and so forth. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, 1 minute more, no problem, Victor. I'm happy to just keep talking. You know, that's my favourite thing to do. Okay, good tip from Stephen there. This is the way that most people do play the quiz. They get their smartphone in their hands with My Quiz, and they play along using the smartphone or a tablet if you happen to have one laying around, and pop me onto your computer, because I'm aware that lots of you might still be in the office and you might not have a smart TV to hand. If you have got a conference room and you're sitting watching me on TV, then that's even better. But yes, put me onto the computer and play along using a smartphone. That's absolutely the best way to play, as Stephen has pointed out there. Okay, so more people signing in, which is good. We have got a few last-minute people. Again, we're aware that people are finishing work in order to come along and play along. Now, there's a good question, Morris. I don't know. Is anybody actually physically in an office at the moment, or are you all based at home? I know that you're spread all over in various countries. Now, I honestly don't know if anyone's in an office or if you're all coming from home. But it's nice to know. It's nice to know where you are and what you're doing. If you are playing at home, of course, it's very easy to put me onto your TV screen using your smart TV. Every TV generally has the YouTube plugin. Steve's at home. Raf's at home. Do you find that you get more lazy when you're at home? You know, I do a lot of work at home as well, and I do find I have to motivate myself and make sure that because I'm not having to get onto a train, I'm not having to grab a bus or whatever, I don't have to be in the office at a certain time. If I'm working at home, it's just like you've got to really stimulate yourself to get started each day. But thankfully I still do it. You know, we have to pay the bills. Michael is based between some pumpkins somewhere. Well, that's a very nice place to be. Right, so we have got one person in the office. Danny, it looks like you are the only one at the moment that is still based in the office. Is it a quiet office? I can only imagine that it is if everybody is working at home. As it gets darker and colder, I have got a feeling that more and more people will be working at home as well, as a potential second lockdown looms across Europe. Let's hope that doesn't happen. It's been a tough old summer. It'll be a tough old winter as well. But we are still here to entertain you. Victor, I've been talking for far more than a minute, and you're giving me the nod to get going. All right then, everybody, just a reminder, 30 back-to-back questions. They will alternate between Halloween and Veeam, and then Halloween and Veeam all the way through. No breaks. You get that 30-second gap where you can continue chatting in the feed, and all you have to do is just keep answering as many questions as you can, and let's see if we can find a champion. Joris hasn't seen his office in months. Hopefully you'll remember where it is when you finally have to go back. Okay, shall we get on? I think we shall. Have a look at your handsets, and I will give you a 3, 2, 1, and let's get into this very special Veeam Halloween quiz. Away we go. And your first question, please look at the picture. Which supermodel is famous for her amazing Halloween outfits? Just a couple of examples on your screen there. So, which supermodel is famous for her amazing Halloween outfits? And everybody managing to answer, which is great. And the vast majority of you getting this one right. Heidi Klum is the correct answer there. 63.6% of you getting that one right. And as you can see, she looks incredibly different every single year. We're waiting to see what she comes up with this year. And just like that, they were all answering at the same point and getting the same bonuses. We've got Danny, Joris and Cohen all on 142 as it stands. Headless Goblin has 138. Haribo has 136. If you are tied on a score, we go on how quickly you answer throughout the quiz. Question number 2. Fill in the blank, please. Veeam works with what to bring together some of the most powerful solution providers in the ransomware industry? So one of those options will complete that statement. A, B, C, or D. Obviously, take a guess if you're not sure. And the correct answer here is Veeam Protection Alliance. And 33.3% of you getting it right there. So not as many as we would expected. You're not getting any spooky sounds there? I can give you higher spooky sounds. It's no problem, Stephen. Hold on a minute. There we go. Let's see if that helps you out a little bit. Maybe it does. Okay, how are we doing over here? Right, Danny into the lead. Joris in second. Raf Akers is in third. Cohen and Headless Goblin make up our current top 5. Question number 3. In the Friends episode, the one with the Halloween party, which character dressed as a large pink bunny? So all of the main characters came up with outfits, but which of them was a large pink bunny? Well, you can rule out Monica because you can see that she's dressed as a cat there, or Catwoman, I guess it is. And Chandler is the correct answer. A real spread across the answers there, but the majority of you getting it right. Chandler, 40% of you knowing that one. And with that question, Raf Akers goes into the lead with 372 points. Danny in second on 282. Haribo, 274. What a sweet name. That's a Halloween reference right there. Joris in fourth, and Headless Goblin, cracking name. You've got 262 tied with Joris, and here is question 4. What is the average cost of downtime in USD, US dollars? What is the average cost of downtime in US dollars? Your 4 options are on the screen. So get it right, be quick to get lots of points. And your time, it is up. And the correct answer we were looking for is $67,000. And we have just 40% of you getting that right. Nobody going for 15. The vast majority of you went for 75,000. So if you were one of the people that got it right there, you've definitely gotten caught up a little bit. Great question for Raf. He maintains the lead with the Headless Goblin going into second. Danny is in third. Cohen in fourth. And Haribo with that sweet, sweet name. 274 points hanging around in 5th place. Plenty of points to be had. Here's your next question, number 5. In the Harry Potter books, nearly headless Nick is the house ghost for which house? Now, I, being perfectly honest, have never watched a Harry Potter movie, and I've never read one of the books. I was far too old for that sort of thing. So I wouldn't have a clue. But the correct answer is Gryffindor. Gryffindor. If you got that one right, well done on you. 40% of you getting it right. In fact, look at the split there. 10, 20, 30 and 40% split right across those four answers. And it's still a good question and a good quiz so far for Raf, who holds on to a lead of 504. But Danny's not far behind in second place, 420. And Haribo's very close to him on 414. And then it's just 2 points back to Cohen and a few more points back to Headless Goblin. Question number 6. In 2019, how did organisations fall victim to ransomware? How often did organisations fall victim to ransomware? Steve, you really should take some photos if you've dressed your house and you're doing the pub quiz. I think that would be nice to see. Every 11 seconds. Can you believe that? 22.2% of you getting it right. Lots of you trying to be very kind and saying every 7 minutes, but I'm afraid organisations were falling every 11 seconds. That's astonishing, really, isn't it? Okay, with that question, Danny takes over the lead. 554 points, just ahead of the Headless Goblin. Raf drops to third, but still very much in touch. Haribo, 414, and Cohen, 412. It's very close. Just one correct answer can change everything. Here's your next question, number 7. In the 1994 film Interview with a Vampire, who plays the interviewer? So, one of the title characters, I guess you could say, the interviewer, and the vampire being the two. Who was it? Who played the interviewer in Interview with a Vampire? Now, all four of those actors are indeed in the movie, but the one we're looking for here is Christian Slater. He is the journalist that performs the interview. Christian Slater, then 40% of you getting it right, and it's all change at the top again, but look how close it is. Cohen goes into the lead, 556, but just 2 solitary points, 2 little points ahead of Danny in second, who's got a tiny little lead over Headless Goblin. M. Great comes into the top 5 for the first time. Well done, you. And Raf drops down to 5th, but still very close. Here's question number 8. In 2019, what was the cost of ransomware-related damages? In 2019, what was the cost of ransomware-related damages? Remember, we're approaching question number 12. It will be here soon. We will give away a premium bottle of vodka there. $20 billion. Isn't that astonishing? $20 billion and 70% of you getting that one right, so not too difficult. Cohen in the lead, 692 from Danny by 2 points, just 2 points. Headless Goblin is still there with 676. M. Great, 530, and Joris, 528. But as you can see, super close, and really anybody in this quiz at the moment could still win it. Question number 9. With which horror movie would you associate chocolate sauce and a toilet flushing for the very first time? Shining, Carrie, It, or Psycho are your 4 options. With which horror movie would you associate chocolate sauce and a toilet flushing for the very first time? Now, apologies for the incredibly disgusting photo, but it is Halloween after all, and Psycho is the correct answer here, and just 10% of you getting it right. Now, the chocolate sauce reference is the blood that you would have seen in the shower, the very, very famous shower sequence. They used chocolate sauce because in the black and white movie, it showed up better as blood on screen. And a lovely little tidbit is that Psycho was the first ever movie to show a flushing toilet. Up until then, nobody had done it. Cohen, Danny, Headless Goblin, N. Great, and Joris. There's your top 5. Question 10. Fill in the blank. Tap into the power of blank to restore data, workloads and applications into a fully isolated virtual sandbox environment. Whew, quite a long question. What is missing? It is one of your 4 options. Tap into the power of Veeam Data Labs, and exactly 50% of you getting that one right. So if you got that right, you've just caught up on 50% of the other players. And look at this, what a question that was for the Headless Goblin, who takes the lead, 812 points from Cohen in second, 692, Danny 690, M. Great 658, and Haribo, who does have my favourite name, I think, 552 at the moment. So Headless Goblin leads the way. We have 20 more questions to go. Here's number 11. What was the first film classified as a horror movie to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards? Friday the 13th, Scream, Blair Witch Project, or The Exorcist? 4 fantastic movies. I think we'll all agree on that. But which one was the very first to be nominated for Best Picture? It was The Exorcist, and again, half of you getting it right, 50% getting that one spot on. The Exorcist back then, Scream, not so much, it was more of a comedy really, wasn't it, that movie to a degree. The Blair Witch Project was pretty innovative at the time though, that should have been up for an Oscar I would say. Headless Goblin, 950 points. Cohen, Danny, Haribo and Joris make up the top 5, and here we go, question number 12. The fastest correct answer will win a bottle of premium vodka. Good luck. Question 12. Which of the following is not one of the ways Veeam 1 helps protect user data? If you are the fastest person to answer this one correctly, you will win a premium Russian bottle of vodka. And I'm told all the best vodka comes from Russia. Alright, investigation and recovery. And looking at this, just 20% of you getting that one right. So there's only 4 or 5 of you that got this correct. We will reveal the winner at the end of this quiz. They will check the data for me behind the scenes and pass me the name of the winner. So if you've just got that question right, at the end of the quiz, you are in the running to win that premium bottle of vodka. Headless Goblin breaks 1,000 points with Cohen in 2nd, Danny in 3rd, Haribo 4th and Joris there in 5th place. Next question. In the movie Seven, what is the profession of the person murdered for the deadly sin of pride? In the movie Seven, what is the profession of the person murdered for the deadly sin of pride? I've already got the name of the winner. I'm going to make a quick little note here. Alright, the correct answer on that one was a model. She was a model, and 30% of you getting it right. Of course, if you've seen the movie, you'll know that for every single one of the deadly sins, there was a different murder in the movie. Very gruesome, but a really fantastic film. The Headless Goblin still in the lead, with Cohen in 2nd, Danny in 3rd, Joris and Haribo make up the top 5. We do have the winner of the premium bottle of vodka. We'll reveal that at the end of the quiz. Next question, number 14. Name the product that enables a complete antivirus scan of your backups when restoring. It is one of the 4 options on your screen. So name the product that enables a complete antivirus scan of your backups when restoring. Secure Restore is the correct answer, and 90% of you getting it right. The easiest question so far. And Headless Goblin is still out in front and doing rather well. Approaching the halfway point, 1,234 points from Cohen, Danny, Joris and Haribo. The next question will be 15, so you've still got 16 questions in total to go. But right now, the Headless Goblin has control. Let's see if anybody can catch them up. Here is your halfway point, number 15. The word pagan comes from the Latin pagini, which means what? The word pagan comes from the Latin pagini, which means what? Alright, moonlight, sacrifice, flying object or home dweller were your 4 options. Let's see how you've answered here. Just 10% of you getting it right. Well, will you look at this? Sacrifice. Now, we discussed this one when testing, and we said we think everybody's going to say sacrifice because that's kind of what pagans are known for, but they're known for many other things as well. So if you were a pagan, it simply meant you were a home dweller. And just 10% of you getting it, which has allowed Danny to catch the Headless Goblin up. Headless Goblin in the lead from Danny, Cohen, Joris and Haribo. So just like that, things are changing a little bit. 15 down, 15 to go. Here's number 16. What is the percentage of organisations attacked by ransomware every year? So we've gone through the halfway point, and there's still plenty of questions to allow you to catch up. So the percentage of organisations attacked by ransomware every single year is 97%. Now, I tell you what, I'm not in the industry, but boy am I learning 1 or 2 things tonight. 97% and 30% of you getting that one right. The Headless Goblin got it and manages to maintain that lead, and it's a good lead. 1,374 points at the moment over Cohen in 2nd place, 1,116. Then Danny, Joris and Haribo. And please remember, our top 3 players will all receive a very cool prize. Here's number 17. Which of the following is not one of the original Ghostbusters? Dr. Raymond Stantz, Dr. Egon Spengler, Dr. Ivan Reitman, or Dr. Peter Venkman? Now, if you're a kid of the 80s, I'm sure you've seen this movie a million times, and even if you're not, you should have watched it, because it is one of the all-time great movies, Halloween or otherwise. And Ivan Reitman, Dr. Ivan Reitman is the correct answer, with 40% of you getting it. Ivan Reitman was actually the director of the 1984 hit movie. Raymond stands. We've got Egon on the left, and then Peter is second from the right, and then Ray is on the right-hand side there, just to be sure. Headless Goblin still getting them right from Cohen, Danny, Joris, and Raf now in 5th place. 17 down. Here is question number 18. When does Veeam 1 alert you if critical VM data is compromised? When does Veeam 1 alert you if critical VM data is compromised? Immediately, every 5 minutes, first thing when you log onto your computer or sends alerts overnight. Which one of those is it? It's immediately, and 90% of you getting that one right. And if you're one of the 10% that got it wrong, you now know that it is immediate, and still getting them right is the Headless Goblin. 1,648 points. To be fair, they have got the most Halloween style name, so they do deserve to be in the lead at the moment. Cohen looking good for 2nd, and Danny is in 3rd, but being caught by Joris, and then Raf is in 5th. It's still anybody's quiz as we hit question 19. What is a psychopomp? Is it a person who sees ghosts, a guide for deceased souls to the afterlife, a person who likes to pretend they are a ghost, or someone that captures ghosts? Psychopomp, it's a real word, a real title, we haven't made it up. Okay, so a psychopomp, with 20% of you getting it right, is a guide for deceased souls to the afterlife. They are creatures, spirits, angels, or deities in many religions whose responsibility is to escort newly deceased souls from Earth to the afterlife. Go. They don't judge them, they just guide them. Headless Goblin still getting them right from Cohen in 2nd. Joris though is catching up. He's got 3rd. Danny in 4th. Raf in 5th. That's been your top 5 for a while. Let's see if anybody else can break in. Number 20. Which Veeam product allows you to monitor your environment closely? Which Veeam product allows you to monitor your environment closely? So the 4 options are on your screen there. Click on the right one. And your time is up. Veeam 1. And are we going to get 100%? We are. Thank God. One of these questions, 100%. Every single player getting that one right. Well done to the lot of you. And it means that every single one of you will have scored some bonus points there as well. Now, the Headless Goblin, 1,794. But he certainly hasn't got this one. Now, I'm saying he. It could be a she. They have not got this one won just yet. Cohen is chasing them down, as is Joris and Danny and Raf. They're all still there. Top 3 get prizes. Here's number 21. According to the 1992 film, how many times do you have to say Candyman in the mirror before he appears? Very gruesome picture, but it is from the movie. Great movie. Very scary. 5, 4, 3 or 2 are your options. And the correct answer here, with just 10% of you getting it right, is 5. And the reason lots of people think it's 3 is because of another movie called Beetlejuice. And in the movie Beetlejuice, you have to say Beetlejuice 3 times for him to appear. And that, for some reason, has rolled over into a film that came out slightly later. But you have to say it 5 times. Headless Goblin, though, still holds on to a lead. Cohen, Joris, Danny and Raf still make up our top 5. If you're one of the 10% that got that, you just caught right on up. Number 22. True or false, ransomware is a form of software that is created with malicious intent and puts users' files into code. Is that statement true or false? Is any part of it true? Is any part of it false? Let's have a look and see how you've done here. True! It is true, and we didn't get 100%, just a couple of you getting that one wrong. But again, we were all learning something every time we get something wrong. 90% getting it right, and Headless Goblin was one of them. It's as you were in our top 5. The Headless Goblin, with 8 questions to go, is in the driving seat. Or should we say on the broomstick, maybe. That's more apt, isn't it? Cohen 2nd, Joris 3rd, Danny 4th, Raf in 5th. That's your top 5 with question number 23. Select the 3 actresses that played the title characters in the 1987 movie The Witches of Eastwick. So select 3 answers to get all the points. Only one of them is incorrect. You've got to click on 3 different answers. Who were they? Who were the three actresses that played the witches? It was Michelle Pfeiffer, Susan Sarandon, and Cher. Now, if you went for Sarah Jessica Parker, lots of people think she was in this movie, but she was in another movie called Hocus Pocus, where she played a witch. But for some reason, people seem to relate her as being a witch of Eastwick. Certainly in the middle there, that does look like she could have the hair, right? That does look like it could be Sarah Jessica Parker's hair, maybe. Headless Goblin is being caught up by Cohen and Danny and Joris and Raph. That's your top 5. Here's your next question. And fill in the blank again. Blank provides immediate notice that a system may not be recoverable due to an undetected ransomware or malware threat. What goes in the blank? It is one of your 4 options on your screen. Which one is it? For the points. Veeam Shore Backup. 70% of you getting that one right, and the Headless Goblin got it right. Now, they got the previous one wrong, so they needed that one. They still maintain their lead with 6 questions to go. 2,106 points. Cohen is still there, though, in second place, 1,806. But look at Danny trying to catch him up, 1,794. And Joris is only just tucked in behind on 1,776, with Raph, who's been in 5th for a while, still trying to catch them up. Prize is still up for grabs. Here's number 25. What is the first letter of the name of this cartoon character on your screen? B, K, C or G? That character on your screen, his name will begin with B, K, C or G. Alright, time, it is up. We were looking for the letter C. And look at this, another 100% answer. Well done to all of you. It is C for Casper, the friendly ghost. We didn't catch anybody out there, which is good. We thought sometimes you put an easy one in and people don't believe that it's that easy and go for something else. But you all got it, so it all came down to how quickly you answered to get those bonuses. Headless Goblin, Cohen, Danny, Joris, Raph. Still that top 5, but just look how close it is for those top places. 5 questions to go. Headless Goblin in the lead. Here's number 26. How old is ransomware? 12 years old as the first computer. 47 years old, 31 years old. Which of those is the correct answer for our top players? These questions are absolutely vital now. And your time, it is up. 31 years old, just 20% of you getting that one right, and the Headless Goblin did get it right. For every question he gets right at the moment, or she, it's stretching that lead. They're looking very, very good for the win here. It's not over just yet, but they're looking good. So, Headless Goblin, and then it's Cohen. And Cohen has just 10 points over Danny in 3rd. Then they have just a very short lead over Joris and Raph, who has been in 5th forever. He's there on 1,824. Number 27. Which ghostly vessel is said to appear around the Cape of Good the Cape of Good Hope in storms? Which ghostly vessel is said to appear around the Cape of Good Hope in storms? Flying Dutchman, Britannic, Queen Anne's Revenge, or the Arizona are your 4 options. And let's see if Headless Goblin will continue his march. Yes, he will. Getting it right. 90% of you getting it right. The Flying Dutchman, the legendary ghost ship that is said to never be able to make port, doomed to sail the oceans forever and ever and ever. And I really think that the Headless Goblin might have this one in the bag with just 3 questions to go. It's going to need the Headless Goblin to get all of them wrong. Cohen, though, holds the advantage for 2nd place. Danny has 3rd, Joris in 4th, and Raph, you guessed it, in 5th. Here's number 28. What Veeam product allows for data to be stored as immutable backup? What Veeam product allows for data to be stored as immutable backup? Now, will the Headless Goblin get this one right and pretty much secure the win? He does, or she does, and 60% of you did as well. So we're going to be looking at places 2nd and 3rd here for the fight, because the correct answer there was Object Lock. Headless Goblin is going to win this quiz, but look how close it is for the other prizes. Cohen has the advantage for 2nd place at the moment, but only just from Joris, and then Danny is in 3rd. Raph is still in 5th. I would say that Cohen, Joris, Danny and Raph all have a chance here to still pick up 2nd or 3rd. 2 to go. Number 29. What are the initials of the actor that played Frankenstein's monster in the 1931 film Frankenstein? The initials of the actor that played Frankenstein's monster in the 1931 film Frankenstein. We are looking at that 2nd and 3rd place. We've got some great prizes to be won here. Oh, it's going to go down to the last question. It's going to be so close. BK is the correct answer. 60% of you knowing that that is Boris Karloff in the picture, the legend. That is Boris Karloff. And we are reaching our final question, question 30, which will be a Veeam-related question. The Headless Goblin, we know will have this one. But it comes down to this with Cohen, Danny, Joris, and even Raf could still take third place. Good luck to all of you. Here's your final question. Question 30. In IT, the 3-2-1 rule corresponds to what? In IT, the 3-2-1 rule corresponds to what? Now, let's see. Cohen and Danny hold the places at second and third at the moment. Will it stay that way? Well, you've got to look at this. 3 backup copies, 2 different media types and 1 off-site. 80% of you getting that one right. And it was a change in the top 5. As we count down, the Headless Goblin gets the win and ends up with a massive lead over the second place Cohen. But look at this. Joris on the final question jumps into third place and bags himself a prize, with Raf moving up into 4th finally. And I tell you what, let's go 3, 2, 1, and Headless Goblin, here's your Halloween sprinkles and glitter to celebrate. Well done to you. Well done to Raf for managing to get out of that 5th place finally and moving up to 4th. Danny, so unlucky on the very last question, dropping down into 5th place. And your top 10 was made up with M. Kevinar, who we never saw in the top 5, but actually came in at position number 6. Haribo, that sweet, sweet name, in 7th. M. Great was 8th. Cohen Tugels came in 9th. And MVN was in 10th place as well. Your final position will be on your screen. So well done to all of you. Let's come over to our main screen. So the Headless Goblin really had to fight to get that lead, but once they got it, I mean, they've just run away with it. And looking at how quickly people were answering as well, Cohen and Headless Goblin were really answering very, very fast. Headless Goblin, 4 minutes and 13 seconds for your accumulative time to answer, and then Joris taking his time, but it paid off. Joris took 5 minutes and 37 seconds to answer all of his questions, but hats off to Danny, who was the fastest player out of all of you. 3 minutes and 24 seconds to answer there. Haribo was very quick, actually, 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, I can reveal that on question 12, I don't know how we're going to reveal this, but there's only one way to say it. The Headless Goblin was the fastest player on question 12. So the Headless Goblin, not only have you won a Nintendo Switch, but you will also be the recipient, the very lucky recipient, of a bottle of premium Russian vodka as well. Now, I tell you what, is this the best Friday afternoon ever for the Headless Goblin? We do not know who the Headless Goblin is, but hopefully we will be able to find you. Do make sure that you contact us so that we know who you are, so we can arrange your prize. Cohen, you will pick up that 2nd place prize, and Joris, you will get the 3rd. Yep, double prize for the Headless Goblin. What a wonderful quiz it was for him. Lots of little messages here. Thank you. Congratulations from Danny, which is good. And Danny preaching 3-2-1 each day and misclicking because of the pressure. That's the nature of these quizzes. You can have the easiest question in front of you. And of course, with the pressure of that 15 seconds counting down, it can put you off. But never mind, Danny. That final question did turn you over a little bit, but never mind. You know, you've got a story. If anything else, you've got an absolute story. Stephen saying that they will contact all of the winners. So Headless Goblin, Cohen, Joris, you will all be contacted by Stephen at Veeam. And the winner does take it all, Eddie. Yeah, that's exactly it. So look, thank you so much for once again inviting me to present a quiz for Veeam. Thank you again to our 4 sponsors, Insight, Kopica, Tech Data and Arrow. I've been Mark, your quiz master. I will be hosting another quiz tomorrow night for Halloween, but it's been great to do this one for you today. So whatever you guys do for the rest of the weekend, I hope you have a spooky old time, and thank you again for joining us this afternoon.